Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Ola. On the other side, we have my friend Dan, and this is our channel. To see or not to see, where we review movies. No spoilers, no ratings. Just our opinions on whether a movie is worth seeing or not, and why. And this week's film is called Lee. It's a film about a famous female photographer, Lee Miller. The film is about her life, period. Dan, is this a film worth seeing?
This is a film that needs some knowledge in advance before you watch the movie. The story itself doesn't have a plot. It's a biography about Lee Miller and the story about the famous photographer. I advise you to learn a little bit more about Lee Miller before you spend the 2 hours in front of the screen. At least read through what is said about Lee in Wikipedia. If you do so, you will enjoy the film, I guess. It's a well-crafted movie that tells a fascinating story about a real person. If you are not prepared, you will look for a plot that never shows up, but is very, very good acting. But do you think it's worth seeing?
Well, in this case, this is one of the cases where I agree fully with you. I think Kate Winslet, who is starring as Lee Miller in this movie, I think she does a wonderful job. She's a great actress, so that's not a surprise in itself. But I agree with you. When I watched the film, my thought all the way through was that there was really nothing to hang on to, nothing to become engaged in. But I agree with you too, where if you know who Lee Miller is, and if you even take the time to learn a bit about her history, her story, her life, what happened to her, and also look at some of the famous photographs that she took, then you can enjoy the movie, I believe.
Mm.
So I think we're in agreement here. But Dan, you looked at the movie, and what about, do you have anything you'd like to share about the characteristics of the movie?
Yes, as we said, this is a biographical movie, a biopic.
Mm-hmm.
And the full intention is to get to learn more about the photographer Lee Miller. It's created as a drama film with the purpose to see the real person behind the famous work of documenting World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a drama as well, and it's like a bit of romance as well between the main characters.
Yeah.
The story primarily takes place during World War II. That's why I tag this a war movie, despite though there are no battle scenes at all. And we have some tags as well for this film to fill more about the characteristics, to fill in more for the characteristics.
Yeah, that's actually isn't that an addition to our channel, to our service?
Yes, it's a few tags that show up here, and I just read them through. This is a true story and retelling. There's an interview going on. It's a biopic, a drama and romance, fashion, secrets, and it's happened during World War II. And you see a little bit of London Blitz, Holocaust, photography, and the main character is a strong female character. It's a slightly brief nudity as well, smoking, and quite a twist, especially in the end. But Ola, can you tell us more about the story?
Well, actually, yes, I could, but I think you've said most of it. Not that you took it away from me, but I think there isn't really much of a story to say. The film starts out with what should be or what will become an interview, And it's through this interview that her story will be played out. And that's really all there is to say, because we don't want to spoil anything. And also, there are really two sides to it. One, you need to know about Lee Miller to appreciate the movie. Having said that, I don't wish to spoil anything. So if you're curious, watch the movie. But there is a twist in the end. And there are also some very strong and emotional moments towards the end of the film, where some of Lee Miller's character and some of her behavior may be explained, perhaps, depending on how you look at it.
Mm.
But Dan, you always look at the technical aspects. What do you have to say there?
I always begin with the camera and the steady camera. This is a film with a steady camera throughout the entire film. But the time between cuts, the length of a normal shot is very special in this film. To help the movie, each shot is very short, 2 to 4 seconds, and at the same time to slow it down a bit. Some shots in between are very long, 10 to 15 seconds. This technique makes this film with no real plot interesting to watch. Fast and slow at the same time, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
To make the film more realistic, very mute colors like a World War II movie.
Yeah.
The lighting design, especially indoor shots, is absolutely first class. Minimal background music, just enough to make it a little bit more exciting, and very well crafted settings. Yeah, that's my opinion. And how about the brain and heart?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Actually, I think there is a little bit of brain in the end, towards the end, when you get the twist, but there is mostly it's a film that touches from time to time. It touches the heart, because this is a story about a life. So I think we are as viewers, we are meant to feel for Lee Miller, at least to understand her to some degree. So a little bit of brain, but mostly heart. That's what I would say in this one. Especially if you have done your homework, as Dan suggested in the beginning of this program, and learned about Lee Miller, because then you can certainly just sort of sit back and enjoy, because it's a beautiful movie, first class acting. So, what's
I will repeat your words. See it if you want to see a biography and a real fascinating story. Mm-hmm. Don't see it if you want a plot with the bad and the good guys in it. Yeah, that's my opinion. Ola, to see or not to see?
Well, same thing. It's a film worth seeing, with a caveat that don't expect a plot, don't expect high tempo, lots of things happening. It's about a human being and her life. And if you learn about her before, you will probably appreciate what you're seeing.
Yeah, I say the same. To see for what I call the prepared viewers, not to see for a general audience.
That's an excellent summary. To see for a prepared viewer. That's it. Well, that was Lee. Thank you, everyone, for your time. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks.
Until next time.